Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Tysis, and we're here to talk about a rumor that was posted at the Nintendo World Report by Emily Rogers. So, as soon as I saw her name, I'm like, I guess this is pretty legitimate enough. But the rumor is that they don't just have a mild interest in VR, they have a very keen interest, and you could be seeing something switch VR as early as this year. That is what they've heard. And it's an interesting thing. There's an article which I might probably just put in the pinned comments. Do remind me if I forget. I have a tendency of forgetting to do those things. And basically talked about, Nintendo has been part of this group of people who've shown interest in the VR technologies, and it seems like that Nintendo has been showing a bit more interest in this sort of thing. I'm just going to get the article and up and have a read of it. So it states here, there is mounting evidence that suggests Nintendo is actually very interested in technology. June 2006, DigiTimes reported that Nintendo had delayed Nintendo Switch's launch to March 2017 to enhance the console with virtual reality stuff. They also filed a patent for a head-mounted display. There is 13 Japanese companies established a joint enterprise named VRM Consortium, and their goal is to disrupt the international virtual reality business. Nintendo is currently participating as a observer of this sort of stuff. So, but of course, it'll be very, very interesting to see if Nintendo does this. And it's not the first time. Yes, we will mention Nintendo's first time they tried to get into VR, and that was the Virtual Boy. That was not very successful, unfortunately. It was the worst performing home console, handheld, whatever they wanted to call it. And it was not very successful. But maybe a second go they could get it right. Now, what do I think about this rumor? It's an interesting one. It is by Emily Rogers, and yes, it doesn't mean that she's right all the time. But there could be some truth in it. The only thing that I'm concerned about, let me just adjust my blip. The only thing that I'm concerned about is I don't think the current Switch hardware is powerful enough. Now, if they are going to do this VR and they're going to push it out this year, and this is going to be the big surprise that will help sell units, as well as games such as Animal Crossing, Pokemon, and that other game that I know, Super Mario Maker. Your three sort of known games. I know there's Fire Emblem and the others too. This could be a possibility to see a Switch Pro version of hardware. We've been talking about maybe a Switch Mini or something like that. There could be a Switch Pro version that allows you to play with the VR. Now, maybe the current Switch console can do VR, and that's why they delayed the launch. But I don't know how good it would look, because with the PlayStation VR, that was an interesting thing too. It sort of requires the Pro for it to be quite powerful. So I don't know. Look, maybe I just don't know enough about it, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Let us know what you think in the comments about this. Wow, this is a pretty long news piece, but I had to say what I felt about this. But let me know. Nintendo Switch VR. Would you like to see it? What games would you like to see? Hopefully, the obvious answer is Metroid. Could be another 4 years since we see this game. God damn it. Oh, Metroid. Oh, that'll be nice to see in VR. So, that is it for me, and shall see you next time.